Hey, it's Sydney. I'm talking to Shawn Hook today about new music and his life on the road. Hey, Shawn, what's up?
Hi, Sydney. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, good.
So, how was the Last Crusade tour?
It was a lot of fun. I've known the Marianas Trench guys for probably 10 years, or maybe even more. When I first moved to Vancouver, I met Matt Webb, their guitar player, and we've been in touch ever since. So it was kind of cool to finally go on tour. Because back when we met, we're like, one day we're going to tour the world together, and at least we toured Canada, so we'll save the world for hopefully sometime in the future.
During the last show in Abbotsford, when Josh got on the keyboard and wore a dress, what the heck was running through your mind?
I had an idea that they were gonna prank me. I was told like they might prank me, and I talked to my manager and I was like, listen, I hope it's not my first song because it's just me on piano. It's kind of an emotional song. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like get through it. And lo and behold, I come out and the lights go on and Josh is on my piano. And I was like, oh my God. So I did my best to kind of play along with it, and I used Josh as a prop, and it was a lot of fun.
Was that like the first prank you guys ever had on tour? Or did you guys have any other crazy stories on the road?
No, but I had a prank early in the fall, but on that note, I actually got Josh back that night, and I put on the dress, and I went on his piano. So there's some awkward videos online about it, but it was a lot of fun. The end of tour shows are always fun. There's always some pranking going on. I had a tour in the fall with Lindsay Sterling, and her whole crew came on stage in between one of my songs and attacked us with Nerf guns.
What were your kind of intentions when you kind of got Josh back?
Oh, I wanted to do exactly what he did to him, but I wanted to try one-up it. So there was a point in the set where he walks out to the middle of the arena and gets the piano, and he sits down and, he has a glass of wine. But when he sat down, I was there, and I drank the wine, and I just followed him all around the arena on stage. I went and, said hello to the rest of the band members, and then I went back to my dressing room, but it was a lot of fun. I had to pay him back.
Party for the Planet, which is a celebration for Earth Day, happening next week in Surrey. You're headlining that as well.
I'm really excited. I haven't had a local show in Vancouver this year. I mean, Abbotsford was the closest one, but this is my own headlining set, so I get to play a lot more music on stage, and I've got a bunch of new songs I'm going to perform, and I'm releasing a new single on April 21st, so the timing's going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm just excited.
That's awesome. Do you have any vibes set for the new music?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of I'm a piano player, and it's my bass, but I'm also really into electronic music as well. So my production, I'm trying to evolve production, just collaborating with different producers, but at the same time keep my core identity there, just heartfelt songs with lyrics that mean a lot to me. So that's the MO for the new stuff.
The event's kind of like a celebration for the Earth and the planet. How do you think your music has changed the world?
That's a pretty profound question. It's funny, on my last record I have a song called Planet Earth, Cosmonaut and the Girl. But that song was about, trying to live your dreams and follow your passions and being in a moment with somebody that feels so surreal that you don't want to ever come down to Earth. But in this context, my music and music in general brings people together. And that's such a joy when I get on stage and I can see the diversity in the crowd and the amount of people that come together and enjoy a night of music. To me, that's the biggest power that my music has and other music has on the world.
Do you think you have a better time playing at home shows or traveling across the country?
That's a tough question because I get a little bit more nervous for the home shows, but at the same time, it's also nice to see familiar faces and friends. Mm-hmm. I'm doing a show a couple days after in my hometown in the Kootenays, and that show sold out within a week. And so I'm pretty excited to go back and see my family and friends, and my old music teachers have reached out, and it's just going to be a really nice homecoming.
Your old tour mate, Virginia to Vegas, is also touring with you too. How was the chemistry on that tour?
Great, yeah. I've known Derek probably for, 4 years now, and he's come a long way. He's really evolved as a songwriter, and I really like his new stuff. We actually work with some of the same writers and producers in Toronto, and the cool thing about I find in the Canadian music industry is that there's a real big sense of community, and I feel like everybody is rooting for each other, and I'm happy to have him on this short little tour that we're going to go on, and also the opening act for the show.
Will we also hear any new songs on that mini tour?
For me, yes, of course. I'm releasing a 4-song EP in June, so all those 4 songs I'm going to be putting into my set.
I think the Hooksters are going to be pretty excited about that.
I hope so, yeah.
What is your favorite song to perform in front of these massive audiences?
Lately, it's just been the new stuff because I'm still getting used to how it feels live, and it also just feels fresh every time I play it. You know, it's like when I play Sound of Your Heart, I kind of know the dynamics of that song, and I kind of know the points where, you know, the energy rises. And when I'm playing something new, it's all fresh, and I'm still trying to find my the way I perform it on stage. So it makes it more exciting, I guess.
You've mentioned working with different artists. Do you have any exciting collaborations to kind of mention about on your new music?
I have exciting collaboration on my new single. It's actually a female feature, which I'm not allowed to talk about yet because the song's not out yet. I'm trying to keep it a secret until we put the video out, on which will be next Friday. But I'm really excited. She's incredible, and I think everybody's really going to enjoy it. But one person I could talk about, I had a chance to write with Ryan Tedder from One Republic, and I went out to his studio in Denver, Colorado, and it was just amazing. I have such envy over his setup, but I really enjoyed working with him, and one of the songs we wrote is going to be on the new EP.
Hearing fans sing along to your songs like Sound of Your Heart, what type of feelings run through your mind during that set?
It's just I try to, every time I play a song, I try to connect to the song and be as into the song and in the moment as possible. But when you hear fans singing along, it's hard not to engage and notice what's going on, and it's just a euphoric feeling. I'm just thankful that, you know, the song has been embraced by so many people, and when I perform it live, it's just a reminder that I'm onto something right.
For your new single, does it kind of have a similar vibe to like Analog Love songs, or is it like a whole new type of experience?
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of, you know, what I think makes me good and what I think people can relate to are honest songs and honest lyrics, storytelling lyrics, but also the production is a little bit more evolved. So I think there's some fresh production on Analog Love, but the new single is kind of, it's in the same lane. I'm not going drastically different.
One of your more recent Instagram posts, you kind of hinted at new music. Tyler Shaw commented on that post as well. Is there a possible collaboration going to happen with you and Tyler Shaw, maybe?
No, actually, we haven't collaborated yet, but maybe in the future we will. I'm a fan of Tyler, and he's such a great guy, and he's also a BC boy. So you never know, there might be.
Off of Analog Love, what was the most difficult song off of there to compose?
That's interesting. It's fun. I'm glad you said difficult, because writing great songs and good songs, it's not easy. Mm-hmm. And I think as I grow as a songwriter, I find out the more picky I am and the harder it gets. I think when I wrote Sound of Your Heart, I co-wrote it with 2 other people that I really respected, that really challenged me and I challenged them. And sometimes, you know, the collaboration process can be heated at times, and I find that when people are super passionate about the process, usually the result is a lot better. So I would say maybe Sound of Your Heart was probably the one that was the most challenging in a positive way.
Congrats on all of your success on that song as well.
Thank you.
How has your life kind of changed with that one particular song?
It's definitely opened up a lot more doors. Before Sound of Your Heart, I was known only as a Canadian artist, and once it did really well in Canada, I got offers from record labels in the U.S., and I went with a label, Hollywood Records, that completely jumped on board and offered me a great deal and checked off all the boxes that I really wanted in a major U.S. label. And it really gave me a strong shot in the U.S. Sound of Your Heart it went top 21 on the pop radio, so I got to tour all around the United States for the first time and going to new cities and new radio stations and doing what I really love. And it's always been a dream of mine, a goal of mine, to be a worldwide artist with strong Canadian roots, but it's definitely opened up a lot more for me.
Talking about goals, what's kind of like your year-end goal this year as a musician?
This year, I want to put out more music than I have in the last 2-3 years. I've written probably 70, 80 songs in the last year and a half. So we've got a 4-song EP slated for release in June, and then I'm probably going to put out 2 more EPs, or at least 1 more EP and a deluxe album by the end of the year. So the goal is just to have as much music out worldwide as I can.
What's that process kind of like, narrowing it down to like your top songs that you get to actually put on the album?
It's a tough process, and now that I've got a few record labels around the world that are involved in the creative decisions, there's a lot more voices and a lot more opinions. that I take into consideration when picking songs. And, my goal is to put out music that everybody's going to enjoy. I'm not doing this to self-serve myself. I want to put out music that is at quality and that, people can relate to. And I trust my team. I have a really, really awesome team, and I trust their opinions. And there are definitely heated conversations, but at the end of the day, I feel like it makes the product a lot better quality.
Okay, we got some fan questions.
Sure.
Jonathan asks, what's your favorite vacation spot?
Oh, I went to Aruba 2 years ago now, and literally weeks before Sound Your Heart came out, and I had the time of my life, and I can't wait to go back.
Easter is also coming up. What's your favorite Easter treat?
I like those little mini Cadbury eggs, like the little colored ones in the purple bags. I go through those pretty fast.
To wrap it up, next year, the Junos are coming home to Vancouver. Will we see you there?
That's the goal. Yeah, I mean, now that I have music out and something in the market, well, I will this year. Hopefully I have a reason to go the next year. This year, it was kind of a down cycle for me. I didn't really have any new music out, so I hope that Canada loves my new music and I have a reason to come back.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Shawn. I can't wait to see you in Surrey next week.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for taking time to chat with me.
Thanks.